Medicine in Nigeria has shown how societies have changed in their approach to illness and diseases, from ancient times to present. The medical practitioners, scientists, microbiologists, physicians, and pathologists have contributed in so many ways. Pathology is concerned mainly with the central study of diseases and anatomy. Who is a pathologist?
Pathology, as you know, is an area of medicine that deals with the causes of diseases. It's like a bridge in medicine between what is normal and what is abnormal.
The pathologist and the medical practitioner are known to be lifesavers. The College of Nigerian Pathologists organized a 3-day National Scientific Conference and the 13th Annual General Meeting, which was held at the Nigerian Armed Forces Resettlement Center, Oshodi, Lagos, on the 28th to 30th of November 2018. The theme was financing clinical laboratory service for the 21st century, coupled with a public-private partnership. It captured the significant factor that plagues the overall health sector in Nigeria. So losing up participants that came from all over the Federation came together at an interactive dinner party, which was held at the NAFRC Guest House. Apart from the sumptuous meals, speeches by stakeholders, awards were conferred on the deserving recipients who have made their mark. Our interactive session with one of the recipients and the president rounded off the dinner session.
Really wonderful that they have recognized one, and my specialty, pathology, is giving me an award. So it makes me feel happy that I have worked in this field and contributed something to the profession and to the country.
This year, we started something quite new, something that we're not doing before now. You know, trying to celebrate our fathers, our forefathers, and those who have really contributed more to the development of this very specialty. So we chose that since we are coming back afresh, so let us start with something very new. So this year, everybody is so excited to be here, and you can see everywhere is filled up. You know, so we are really very excited.
The opening ceremony took place. The national anthem was rendered, and it was followed by the chairman's opening remarks.
Arise, O compatriots, Nigeria's follow.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you all to the National Scientific Conference and Annual General Meeting of the College of Nigerian Pathologists. This conference is of immense interest and value to pathologists, health service management practitioners, the academia, other health care providers, the business community at large, and the public sector.
Mrs. Claire Omasheye, the guest lecturer, spoke on financing clinical laboratory service for the 21st century and also the public-private partnership or other models. She talks about the healthcare funding, challenges, and 3 Ps in Nigeria.
There are huge benefits of PPPs, which start with provision of quality healthcare, but end up with our national goals. Now, if you look on the right side, you see what the private sector brings, and on the left side, what the public sector brings. So the public sector has infrastructure, sometimes moribund, sometimes in good condition, sometimes partially built, 80% complete, it hasn't been completed. You know what I mean, right? Okay. So this is the kind of asset that the public sector has. You have a great efficiency in using those resources. You are able to use those assets to provide some commercial return. You have a high volume of business compared to the private sector. Unfortunately, you're also saddled with bureaucracy, with efficiency challenges, and availability of paid expertise.
People are not able to have cutting-edge technology that really gives them the results that are really required. The second issue would be training and retraining. The state of our education right now is not where it should be, where it was 2-3 decades ago and where we are today. So there's a huge divide, a huge challenge with the human resources for healthcare. And the third issue, I think, really is that issue of how do we get the scale that is required. As you know, the public sector has a bit of a challenge with getting all the resources in place. I think it's very important that there's collaboration between public and private sector so that we close that gap. If we can do that, then we can now get ourselves back on track.
The official opening of the change of brand from Asopon to CNP was declared by the President. Dr. Kenneth C. Iregbu.
We cease permanently to be called known and addressed as Asopon, now to be known, called and addressed as calling of the Nigerian Pathologists, and so of them the glory of God. Now in the name of God, we call that
The conference must have come and gone. What were the lessons and takeaways?
I'm exhilarated by the innovations coming up in pathology. I'm excited by the renewed vigor and the passion and drive being exhibited across the generations.
It was well organized and I really enjoyed myself. The academic session were okay, and I took some messages back home that we're going to implement on how to improve our laboratory practices.
Children and microbiologists are very close together. And if you don't treat an infection very well in pediatrics, it goes out of hand before you know it. And I can tell you that the first department in Lut that we have an antibiotic policy, microbial policy, is pediatric of Department of Pediatrics, because it's very important.
We, the mentees, we need to follow what we have been taught. Then those people that are the mentors too, I know they are going to do good part. They're going to play their role very well.
In my own areas, critical care, all the things we discussed about laboratory management, and even the ones on accreditation today. When I go back, I will now download it to members of my staff and the residents, yes.
I think it's been very educative, very enlightening, and has been an eye-opener in various ways as per the practice of pathology in the country. And I believe I live here with a lot of information to help my institution to move forward.
We should work together as a team, that the teamwork is the goal for management of patients.
As much as planning and execution was time-consuming, how fulfilling was it for the organizers?
Very fulfilling. Everything went as planned. We actually were expecting maybe between 120, 150, but we had, as at the last count, we had 191 participants. The academic content too, at least participants have expressed satisfaction.
I feel great that the conference to a large extent has been very successful. What was most important for me is the scientific and intellectual content for the program. So we went all out of our way to look for very interesting, catchy topics that people are going to enjoy, people are going to learn from it. It was just very important that we bring in a lot of scientific and intellectual content to our conference.
How do we react to the non-advert of medical practice alluded by the guest lecturer?
Actually, it's not that information about health practice cannot be done. It's really that you are not allowed to, advertise in the way that, because it's considered not very ethical and probably prone to abuse.
Any challenges pre and during the conference?
Some of the challenges were late payments because we had to plan. At first we were planning for 100, we increased it to 150 and kept on increasing as people were paying. So challenges will be for people who don't pay early. How do you plan for them?
We wish the President, the national team, and the entire members of the College of Nigerian Pathologists more successes in their future endeavor and medical practice.